All right, boys, welcome to the office. Staying lean with KO Fitness. No. All right, so I'm just gonna walk you through like my number three things to go through when you gotta stay lean, right? At least what I in my experience and through my journey. So let's get into it. And as well, in the end of the video, I will give you my blueprint to when I cut down and when I want to stay lean, you know? All right, number one. Number one is nutrition. Nutrition is a key to everything. Whether it's recovery, lose fat, build muscle, overall health, whatever you can think of, nutrition plays the most vital part, right? So you want to get big, you want to put on some weight, you want to gain muscle, eat real food, right? So if you want to lose fat or lose weight, eat less food. Eat more nutritious foods, right? Cut out the processed foods and focus on whole foods, right? Don't only be counting your macros. You should not be eating cheeseburgers because it fits your macros. You should be eating, you know, you should be eating proper diet, right? You should be having your minced beef or beef and avocados and beef and eggs and like the whole foods, the single ingredient foods. So don't be stuffing your face with ice cream and like the fitness. I don't understand how that can fit into your macros, you know? If I would live like this, I would be fucked, man. I could just fill it in my face because I would just skip everything and just focus on eating like the fucking unhealthy shit in the evenings. Just fast all day and then boom, having a three-course meal and then ice cream in the end. That's, oh man, I don't know about it, man. But let's move on. So, number two, it always comes down to training as well. Like, training is just a part of the human body. It's part of the human experience. It's part of who we are and how you present yourself to the world. It's how you look. It's how you feel about yourself. It's how you get everything done. Behind every great warrior is a great training routine and a great amount of discipline required. So figure out your goals, right? So if you want to be a hybrid athlete, I would recommend CrossFit. I really like CrossFit to be honest, but like, when you get a little bit too good at it, and you can actually start putting on some serious weight, you gotta go all in. But like for me, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit later. But then we have bodybuilding, we have fitness, basically the same thing. But bodybuilding, old school bodybuilding especially, that's something that has always called to me. So that's why my physique is slim waist, big shoulders, big chest, big back, and we have the legs as well, right? Big legs. And that's how I try to keep my waist as small as possible. So then we have like the fitness, that's just basic, old school bodybuilding and fitness is not the same thing, but fitness is just fitness. You guys know what it is. Then we have running and then we have martial arts and we have a lot of things. We have soccer, we have what's it called, American football, we have basketball, we have all sorts of sports. So training, but for me and for my my training programs, I focus on bodybuilding and fitness mostly, but like adding into running and if that's up to you. But for me, bodybuilding and running is one of my favorite things to do, and martial art as well, of course. So number three is recovery. You gotta be able to know when to stop and just recover. I'm not talking about don't go to the gym and start eating shit and laying on the couch. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about active recovery. Like focus on mobility, do some yoga, do some running in the mornings, do some hiking, like do whatever, do some kettlebells, KPs. Do something, right? Do active recovery to get your body in the state it needs to be to handle the next workout, right? So at least for me, I'm going to be moving on into that now for my strategy. How I set up my life to be performing at my best levels in my business and in my life. And how I would recommend you guys should definitely try this out, at least one or two of those things. So how I set my life up is I start with yoga and meditation in the morning, every single morning. I've been doing so for, I don't know, in how, like 6 months, I think, yeah, maybe 6 months, maybe a little bit, maybe a year. I'm not even sure, man. Especially the yoga and meditation, that's how I set up my life. So then bodybuilding and weightlifting, I've been doing bodybuilding, I don't know, 12 years, 14 years. I started when I was 14. I'm getting 28 now, so yeah, almost 14 years. So then I mix into running and boxing for my cardio. I've done boxing before, but I'm currently not doing boxing, but I'm going to be focused on running and boxing for my cardio now. So, and I'm not really cutting right now and trying to lean bulk or something, nothing like that, because I'm staying in Thailand and the Thai food here is just amazing. And that's just chicken and rice. So it's not whole foods, but still, it's a pretty clean diet. And it beats cooking at home and having all the ants crawling over all my foods. So how I set up my life, I start my mornings with the yoga and meditation. Then we move on to bodybuilding and weightlifting. Spend about maybe 45 minutes in the weight room. Then I go for a run for like 3.5 to 5 kilometers every day. And I want to start integrating boxing again into my cardio routines. So I would do that probably 2 or 3 times a week. And if I want to stay lean, I focus on whole foods. But now I'm staying in Thailand, so I'm enjoying a little bit. And I'm having some sweets from time to time. So hope this will help you guys out. So see you guys in the next one. Kauri, out.